accurate. Now I actually need to model in this middle area. So I'm just gonna select this cut that I made before. I'm just gonna bring it back. I'm just gonna make a small cut on the other side at the same sort of angle if I can. I mean, I know it's about like that. Now I'm just gonna select these edges around here. Oh, wrong ones. Ah! Stop it! Right, there we go. Now I'm just gonna pull these back a tiny little bit. Just gonna get rid of some polygons, so I'm just gonna weld that to that. And that to that. In fact, I'm probably better off not doing that. Right, I'm just going to select these for starters. I'm just going to come back to my image reference. It actually comes halfway down on this one here, so I'm just going to select my cutting tool again, and I'm just going to carry on cutting down. But then I'm just going to cut it across. I suppose I could have connected that really a bit, I think I better. Just to make sure it's flat, straight. Now I can just target weld that to there, and the other one's alright. I'll just carry on. I'll just cut this manually so it goes in the right direction. Because when it triangulates, it could actually triangulate it down there, and I don't want it to. Now I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to delete these out for starters, so I can see exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Because the bullet's got to come from the clip, remember, and it's got to go in the chamber, so I'm just going to start by selecting this area and just creating a whole new face. Target weld these together. I've got nothing on that side, so just going to have to create a quick. Right, let's come back to my image reference. I've kind of got the indent really now. Just try and move these around a bit to get a bit more shape. I mean, the shape in this area doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Why have I got a line going from there to there? I had a polygon on the inside, forgot about that. Right, I'm just going to come on to here, and I'm going to cut down from there to there. Delete that out, and weld wherever the polygon's gone. There it is. That to that. And try and bring these out a bit. Oh, wrong axis. It's quite a hard area to work with at the moment. I'm gradually, it looks a mess at the moment, but in fact it's beyond a mess. I'm just going to try sort it out. What I'm doing at the moment is trying to flatten off this area here so I haven't got such a sharp edge. I'm just going to select these two. I'm going to delete that out. And I need that to be roundabout on the same area. I'm not being as accurate as I usually am with my models on this area because most of it's not even going to be seen. Even if you did see it, you'd only see it for a flick of a second or something. It doesn't even really need doing, but I just want to make sure. So later on if I don't need it I can just simply delete it out. I'm just going to select this and pull that back a bit. I'm just going to select that, and then pull that down. I'm just going to pull it across till we... I'm just going to target weld this to there. And this to there. Just insert vertice. This to there. In fact, probably best just cutting that edge. So let's come up here, cut this to there. Just keep that thing there. In fact, I can just target weld that to that. That to that. That to that. That to that. I'm just going to simply come up in here. Try and get a bit of a better angle. I'm just going to create a polygon along the surface here. I'm going to do exactly the same thing as did just there. I'm just going to move these out a bit because they're actually stuck on the model. Now just insert a vertice onto that and weld it onto there. What can I do here? Bullet's just going to fly out of there. I mean, the only area you can see is here. So I'm just going to pull that down. I'm going to weld that to that. I'm just going to weld that to that as well. I'm going to weld them two together. Bring them down to about there. Actually, just going to model this around the barrel. Insert some vertices and then start to pull them around the barrel. Ah, damn, got a mesh error. It just got a bit, 3ds Max just got a bit confused with what was actually happening with this plane then. Hence why I just started moving them all around. I mean, can you see here how, because I've target welded it, it thinks it's actually calculating from there to there. So if I just pull that back, then it just gets rid of it. Just recalculates what it's doing. Right, now just going to insert a vertice on the side of there. Why can't I weld? That's why. Right, I'm really going to have to start this area now. I'm just going to just come in and just delete it out because I really don't like it. I mean, it's beyond the point where it's bad. It's just kind of messy. I'm just going to carry on with this. Oops, I've inserted it in the wrong place. Just going to insert another vertice. Just bring it out. Can you see how it calculated itself again? just going to use one of these vertices to attach to there, and I'm just going to use the other to bring out the area. I think that's the right one. Nope. Make sure it's straight. I think I'm just going to need... In fact, you know I'm going to be able to see this area, so I'll just add one more just for... I'll change it later if I don't need it. Because I'm going to have a whole VTM where I just go around the whole model and just totally get rid of areas that I don't need. I mean, I might even just delete out this whole area, I'm not even sure yet. I mean, it's always good to just model it first hand and then think about it later on. Because once the model's totally finished and it's fully modelled, then you don't need to really worry about anything. I mean, you can just go in and think, oh well, I don't need that, I just can delete it out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't take you long to model them anyway, so... Just going to create a polygon in this area here. Just going to make it solid and take off edge faces, kind of just see how the inside's looking, making sure it's looking alright. It looks alright. I mean, if you just put a bullet there, I mean, 'cause this is going to be literally half a second or something. I mean, it's like back, forward. And then when you reload, it'll probably stay back for a bit longer. That's why I modelled it, 'cause if when you're modelling it and somehow the weapon turns up like this, you actually want to see what's inside it, don't you? It's going to look a bit dumb if it's just a blank space with nothing. In fact, what am I doing? Sorry, I was just undoing then, thinking I could push this back, but it's been back for quite a long time, so let's pull it forward. If you've noticed that like the iron sights aren't moving with this at the moment, we're going to be doing that later on as well. Right, I've just come up to 40 minutes on this VTM and I think I've just finished off this area. There must... Because I'm trying to think of like, when the gun isn't firing, is this area just blank? Looks like it. That's weird. Right, let's see if it's actually looking alright. I mean, can just quickly... I've got to put this on the other side as well, so I'm just going to quickly apply symmetry modifier. Put this on 0, and then by Z as usual. And then it's on the same side, and I'm just going to convert it to an editable poly. To mesh then. And now it's on both sides. Right, I'm just going to come up to this button thing and I just need to totally get rid of this button, so to start with I'm just going to delete out all these faces.